Hello and welcome back to the U-Man channel. My name is Oliver, and tonight I just want to make a quick video to address a topic that came up in some of the comment sections on the usual suspects video pages and Facebook pages this afternoon. Topic was silver coins and how can you tell if they're real or not, and if they're not real and you try to use them in a shit hits the fan situation, and would anybody know the difference and would it matter? First of all, I want to show you a little contraption that I made that will allow you to help identify a silver coin. These things are called silver slides. I saw a whole bunch of videos on these on YouTube, and you can find out more detailed information about it. Just wanted to show you the unit that I made and how I made it real quick here. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail about it and why it works. But basically, you have a string of neodymium magnets. I can never say that right. And you line these things up. These are the N52 grade, I believe, which are the strongest ones that you can get. And you line them up with opposing poles. You'll see some of them have the red dots and some don't. So they go together. Be very careful with these things. They're very strong, and you could really bust up your fingers if you're not careful. When I put these in here, I used a piece of rubber because they slammed together so hard. A couple of them, when I was first starting to put them together, they just shattered. And it could really do some damage to your fingers. So you take these things and you line them up in this little rack. I just took a couple pieces of plastic and I milled a slot into there, screwed it together, and then just slid these things down into here. Now what this does is it creates a magnetic field for these coins to slide down. Even though silver isn't magnetic, the properties of silver being a conductor in a strong magnetic field will cause a change in the behavior of the coin as it slides down this ramp here. Now, just to give you a quick example, I didn't have time to go and find all like-size coins of like-size weights and so on and so forth, and I don't believe I have any fake silver coins that I could demonstrate this with, so I'm just going to demonstrate with some standard U.S. currency that we're circulating right now, and also some stainless steel. I'm just going to use a big stainless steel washer. Now, normally you would think, oh, stainless steel isn't magnetic and it's just going to slide right down, but you can see it actually sticks right to it. So if you have a coin that has stainless steel and is either highly polished or silver plated, it's probably going to stick to this ramp. The current quarters that are circulating right now, they have a copper inlay in them and a plating over the top to give them that silver color. Now, although these things do not fall freely to the bottom, they do not go as slowly as you'll see the silver coins slide down this ramp. Copper, also being a very good conductor, will also display some diamagnetic effect sliding down this ramp, but not nearly as much as the silver. Now you may ask, well, how do we tell the difference? The biggest difference is going to be how fast these things slide down a ramp like this. So let's see here. For our example here, we're going to use a commemorative Volkswagen Beetle silver coin, made in the USA. And I can't see who makes it, but it's 1 troy ounce of 999 fine silver. And when we put this thing on the slide, you'll notice how nice and slowly it slides down the ramp. Again, if we compare this to the penny, you'll see how much slower it goes. And we compare it to the quarter. So, you see the quarter will descend that ramp much faster. I believe that if you had a quarter comparable in size to the silver dollar here, the extra weight of that coin would probably make it slide even faster. And if you were to take a nickel, which has no copper or silver content in it, as far as I know, it falls almost freely to the bottom of the ramp. Now, to show you how silver coins compare to each other, we have here a Sunshine Mint 1 troy ounce 9995 signed silver coin, or actually just a round. And if we put these things over each other, you'll see that they descend at almost exactly the same rate. So if you had a question about if somebody was trying to pass off some fake silver dollars to you, and you had a silver dollar that you knew was genuine, you could put those two on the slide together and see how they descend compared to each other. Now, if you get a copper core with a silver plated outside, that copper silver dollar is going to fall significantly faster. If you get a silver dollar that is like I said, made out of stainless steel, it's going to stick. And if you get one that has like a real cheap one that's just some kind of metal in there with the silver plating, I mean, that thing's going to stick like a rock, and you're going to have a hard time getting it off of these magnets here. Now, I got these magnets on eBay, I believe, and they measure about 3 inches wide, about 1 1/8 inches tall, and about 3/16 of an inch thick. They're not cheap, so be careful when you put them together, because I had to order a second time because I broke a couple when I first put this thing together. Now, to address the second part of the question, the commenter asked, what difference would it make if you were to try to use a fake silver coin and the other person didn't know about it? In a shit hits the fan situation, it's not going to be like today where you can file a complaint with the police. If somebody finds out that you're trying to pull one over on them and cheat them, they may take justice into their own hands, and it could cost you your life. So don't play around with trying to pass off fake stuff. It's not going to be worth it in the end. If somebody were to try to do it with you, you know, that's something that you'll have to figure out how you want to handle. So with that being said, if anybody has any questions about this, please feel free to leave a comment, and I'll try to do my best to answer. If you want to learn more about the diamagnetic effect, there's a ton of videos out there that you could check out, and you could probably also find some videos that have more detailed instructions on how to build this. And if you need, I could probably even send you some measurements and stuff that will outline exactly how I built this thing. I believe I still have a CAD file on that. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a little bit about these coin slides. It's by no means, like I said, a foolproof way of finding out if a coin is genuine. There's other chemical tests, and you can weigh the coins as well, because a fake one is going to have, most likely, if it's a cheap fake, it may weigh somewhat different than a real one. And a good quality jewelry scale or balance, or old lab balance or something like that, will come in handy to help you identify stuff like that. So thank you for spending the time. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back with some more fun and interesting stuff soon. So have a great weekend, and cheers.